some of y'all by now have seen the video I made about the Ma'Khia Bryant murder. I want to deal with this comment simply because I see these types of statements being made. I would think by black women that are saying some of these things. Some of you that watched my video understand the point of my video was to acknowledge that there is a significant amount of coons amongst us that are justifying this cop murdering this young black girl. I'm going to read the comment out here. Comment says, we acknowledge that the cops can and have been using excessive force against us. That's no longer the issue that needs to be discussed. The discussion should now be about what you men going to do about it. And let me just stop right there. And I'm sorry that my reading's so shaky here. I'm trying to drive and read this shit at the same time. Let me just start with this first part of this. Saying that we acknowledge that the cops can and have been using excessive force. No, we don't. That was what my whole video was about. No, we don't acknowledge that because we're still justifying what they do to us. And thus, you can't say we acknowledge it. That was the whole point of the video. Okay? So, be mindful of, people like to try to tell the person doing the talking what the discussion should be about. And that's fair. But I'm acknowledging the fact that clearly we don't. We're not a unified front. Anytime something happens to us, there's always going to be a non-compliance group of black people that are going to speak on the points as to what she should have did to keep the white racist ass cave cop from murdering her. So that's why I talked about that, because I see so many people, and maybe this lady doesn't, but I see so many people justifying her murder, both black men and black women. So that was the issue I was having, okay? She said the discussion needs to be about what you men gonna do about it. So here's the thing, okay? And I want black women to pay attention to this, because this is one of the things that, as much as, I'm out here and I ride for the people, I'm tired of seeing this type of shit. What are black men going to do about it? That's a fair point. If and only if the women are listening to the black men. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm making these videos, and I've been making these videos for a while. I've told women several times in my videos that as much as I feel obligated to protect black women, I cannot shield every black woman in the world. I would argue that black women and black men raising black women as children, as daughters, you need to be teaching your child the importance of self-defense. Okay? I've said that. Fact of the matter is, the statistics read that black women, and not just black women, it's women in general, but we're just doing black women. Black women are the victims, the number one victims of crime all over the world. And this is all women, really. So why is it that your daughter knows how to walk in heels, put on eyeliner, and apply her own weave before she knows how to physically defend herself or use a gun? Now, if black women are going to challenge black men to protect them, and that's a respectable challenge, then black men must counter that challenge with, well, y'all going to have to listen. Period. If I'm saying in my last video, black women, hey, black people, you do not call the cops. Right? Now, the woman here goes on to say the reason she called the cops because she must not felt the protection. Problem is, somebody taught her that cops are made for protection. Black people, if you're teaching your child that, then you're teaching them wrong. Okay? It's a wrong teaching to teach your child that these people come flashing their motherfucking blue lights are there to protect you. Especially, and particularly, if you're black. Now, had that child known that, they wouldn't have called the cops. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, she wouldn't be dead if, because that's what black people are doing, and I'm not going to do that. Because she was murdered. Not going to do that at all. But I'm saying, if you're teaching your child that if you get into some shit, you can call these people, and they'll come save you, then you're teaching your child the wrong message. Okay? That goes black people across the board. If you're teaching your daughter how to dress, put on makeup and shit, make sure her hair done, walking, sashaying in these heels, cool. But she needs to understand self-defense first. How to use a weapon first. Or either at least integrate these lessons into you teaching her how to be dainty, how to be feminine. Okay? Black women, I understand you calling for black men to protect you. But realistically, there's not nobody black with you all the time. As well as, if you do not feel a man will protect you, if you do not feel a man will ride for you and protect your body, protect your life, then you need to not be associated with those type of men. Period. I don't give a damn how fine he is, how sexy he is, how much money he got. I don't care about none of that shit. If that motherfucker does not have the character that says to him that now that I know you, if some shit happened, you can call me and I'll come ride for you. At my best ability, I protect your physical character, then he should not be getting pussy. Okay? Okay. What happens a lot of times is we have black women who will challenge black men to protect the black community. And I respect the challenge. But if you're not going to listen to how I tell you to protect yourself, how you should act when you're alone, how you should act when you're in certain situations, if you're not going to listen to my direction, if you're going to ignore my direction as toxic masculinity, if you're going to ignore everything I'm talking about, everything I'm trying to tell you, then your challenge to be protected going to go in one ear and out the other one. These are just facts, okay? These are simply just facts. We have where we have, you know, this feminist movement. Women can do things on their own. I have no problem with that. But if you know damn well you're going to need black men to protect you, then at least give them your ear. Okay? At least practice what they're telling you to practice. To show up battered and say, well, you didn't protect me when I told you not to even be in this situation. I instructed you not to be in this situation. Now something happens and you looking at me saying, I failed you. My daddy used to always tell me, a hard head will make a soft ass. And I used to think that was the funniest thing in the world. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? A hard head will make a soft ass. Basically, that means if you keep not listening and your ass getting punished, head still hard, ass taking some L's, it's going to soften that ass up. He used to always tell me that. That's just like a parent trying to protect their child. You can tell your child exactly what to do. If they don't listen to what you're telling them and they end up in a situation that they could have avoided by listening to what you had told them, then ain't much you can do when they come to you crying. As a parent, we know this, right? It's the same situation. Black men, to me, are obligated to protect black women. But just as well as I can use my breath to say that, I must say, black women, you're going to have to listen. We done told you. We've been telling you since before I was born. Can we have an honest communication about that? Because I want to be open about it. And this video may get me some slack, or may get me some flack, or may have people cussing me out and coming at my head. But I'm not one of them type men. Y'all can be like, oh, well, you just hate black women. Well, you can't say that to me. So now you're going to have to use something else. Now you got to sit and think about exactly what I'm saying, because you can't say it's stemming from no hate. You don't get to say that to me. That blanket statement works for y'all, and y'all get to use that to deflect off of what's being said. Oh, he just hate black women. Well, you can't say that to me. Because I love y'all. I love my people. But I understand how transactions work. If you're not going to listen to me, if my words are invalid to you, if you don't respect me and respect anything that I'm talking about, as I'm trying to instruct you as to how to protect yourself when I'm nowhere around, then a hard head will make a soft ass. Period. Okay? Now, black women, you take this video, this lady that made this comment, I ain't knocking your comment. I'm not knocking you or anything like that. Hear what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. First of all, we do not acknowledge in any type of way that cops have been using excessive force against us. We do not acknowledge that. Not as a group. We do not acknowledge it. We'll say something about it and we move on. We'll be mad for a couple days, then we move on. We don't acknowledge it. And then you have these fucking coons that come out here and justify every time we get shot. And they'll say what? They didn't comply. In this situation with Ma'Khia Bryant, they're going to say she had a lethal weapon. Regardless of the fact of all the caves that get subdued and arrested, even though they have lethal weapons, that's what they're going to say. We do not acknowledge that. It's not something I noticed that we acknowledge. So that's not right. I agree that black men should be out here protecting black women. But black women, y'all gotta listen. I've been telling you, how many of y'all don't listen and put yourself in some self-defense classes? Huh? How many of y'all done went out here and learned how you tote that heat and use that heat properly? Huh? How many of y'all learned that? Too many of y'all listen to these fucking city girls and all this little stupid ass shit these bitches be talking about. And they're not telling you anything about how to defend yourself. At all. And even if a black man is to protect you, even if he on his way, you got to know what to do until he get there. The women that our society uplifts, the women that our children, a lot of our children follow, even their mamas following them. You got black men lusting after them. They're not doing anything or not presenting anything but vanity. Vanity, pussy, fuck this, get money, whatever. That ain't getting us nowhere. And that's causing our asses to be soft because we're not listening. Our people aren't listening. But y'all comment. Let me know what the fuck y'all think. I see this comment a lot, so I had to address this comment. It's not necessarily made to me a lot. But I do see this conversation being had. Black women, I love you, but you're going to have to listen to what I'm telling you. You're going to have to. That's the only way this shit going to work. And I'm not saying listen to no dumb shit. This is real shit what I'm talking about. I'm talking about self-defense. Hopefully you was able to hear the message. Can't wait to see y'all's comments. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. And we here. We got our ears open. My team, the people that fuck with me, I appreciate you. I've had some women that's done told me they got themselves in self-defense classes. I've listened to my videos about that. Learning how to use a gun. I've listened to my videos about that. They listening. And we need to raise our kids up so this is normal behavior. This is just how they raised. Because they know we can't rely on the motherfucking cops. 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up. I'm out.